everyone, welcome to another game of StarLadder Star Series, day number 30, and we have got our match between FnaticEU and 3D Max. I say day number 30, maximum amount of days is 32. We have got the last 2 days coming up, and that requires, that's still gonna be one more extra game for Fnatic. As you can see, they have played 13 matches, 15 games need to be played in total, and they are gonna be up against 3D Max in this game. On TCM, against TCM on Monday, I believe. And they kinda, like, there is still a chance they're not gonna go to Kiev. Though the chance is on paper not that big, considering the teams that are still gonna be up against them. Though 3D Max is a team that can definitely make an upset, I should say. We're going to be seeing if Fnatic already securing their spot to Kiev now, or if they're going to try to do it later. For 3D Max, it's the case that they still need points. As you can see, if they don't win a couple of points more, then they're going to be dropped down to the Pro Series. And that's where nobody wants to be. Or at least, if you're in the Pro Series, you're trying to get into Star Series. So you don't want to get into Star Series only to get dropped back, right? Right, so we'll see Fnatic on the dire side. We have got ourselves the Wisp, the Magnus, the Cuddle, and the Darkseer getting banned out, and therefore the first pick is the Nyx Assassin.
10 seconds.
Nice to see, by the way, Nyx Assassin being awarded higher than the Bat Rider. The main reason for that is, of course, despite Carapace, you can actually shut down the Bat Rider bit with that if you walk through his flames. Bat Rider still being picked up by Fnatic together with their Lifestealer. It's gonna be 3D Max that is the ball on their court right now, and they're actually taking into their bonus time for this one. Let's see what they're gonna be going for. By the way, for all you people wondering, we still do not have Fly back for Fnatic, so Synderen is standing in once more. So that is that. We also have stand-ins for one stand-in for 3D Max. It's a YO standing in for them once again. But yeah, they're taking their time. Is it going to be a Gyrocopter and a Nyx, or a Gyrocopter and something else stunny that can follow up on the Nyx Assassin, or a Gyrocopter and... I'm saying Gyrocopter a lot because I think he's going to get picked up as just one of those solid carries. Or better yet, a lone Druid could actually still be the thing. But there is a Bane. That's already one that's going to be up against Lifestealer already with that Fiend script. There could actually still be a Queen of Pain if they want to have one of those solid mids. I mean, she's still going to have some issues with the turn rate. But apparently they don't care about that. They pick up the Nature's Prophet instead. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to be valuing that. I mean, it's kind of depending on what heroes they're going to be picking up with that, because they're making it very easy to ban heroes out that 3D Max still wants to play for. They make it easy for Fnatic, because if you look at the lineup right now, you know that 3D Max still need a carry and a mid laner, unless Nature's Prophet is going to go mid, which I don't think that's going to be the case. So it is easy for Fnatic to ban out heroes against them. The Windrunner is going to be first. We're probably going to see Gyro as well, even though yeah, we're probably going to see Gyro still, unless Fnatic is thinking it's okay to leave that one in. There might be a small chance that the mid lane hero is going to be the Nyx Assassin for 3D Max, in which case I still want to pick up a support. A Shadow Demon gets banned out by 3D Max. Lone Druid as well, as if you look at Fnatic's lineup, there is still one off lane needed, or mid lane, depending on what the Bat Rider is going to do, and a support to go with that Lifestealer. Rubik is going to be probably one of their next bans, with the Gyro still being banned out by Fnatic as expected. And indeed, Rubik's still in the pool. And if 3D Max are going to be running the Nyx and the Bane as supports, they don't need any support anymore for their own. And banning out a Rubik would have been really nice, unless they want to pick it up themselves. Like, the thing is, if Fnatic now gets their hands on a Rubik, which you can kind of count on actually, they can easily steal the Fiend script from the Bane. Nyx Assassin has basically no bad spells to steal on him. And yeah, that's gonna be a really powerful support together with the Nyx as well. Of course, he can just open wounds and he can just continue to attack through that telekinesis. Last banning coming from Fnatic. Maybe because the Rubik was being kept in the pool right now, they are expecting 3D Max to pick it up and they ban it out, which could be a potential if they don't want 3D Max to pick it up.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't think they're that worried about that. It really depends on what that Nyx is going to do. We have seen Nyx Assassin in the mid lane before, I think also from 3D Max. It's going to be the Tinker that's going to be the last one to get banned out. Of course, the Tinker and the Nature's Prophet on the same team is very annoying to deal with. And there is indeed that Rubik. So that is the reason for them not to ban it out. I like that. Otherwise, I would have probably called them a bit stupid for letting that still go through, but this was their plan. They pick up the Rubik, and this kind of says Nyx Assassin mid
Bounty hunter.
and Bounty Hunter for Fnatic.
Radiant team.
Their lineup looks so strong. Like, Nyx Assassin is a great hero, don't get me wrong, but the thing about it is, he is great to pick off the squishy heroes of the map. Now, which heroes are the squishy heroes of Fnatic? You can say the Chen, but the Chen will have a Hand of God at some point, and that should be able to keep him alive long enough. And Nyx Assassin is great because he has that burst damage, right? He uses all his spells, is completely out of mana, but he kills his target with all his mana.
5 seconds remaining.
Razor.
Ooh, they're gonna go the no Tidehunter strat.
Pick.
The sack.
I have only seen no Tidehunter do this before. They've done it twice though. They've done it twice from the Razor against Lifestealer. But the thing is, every time they did that, they also had another carry with that, because Razor was kind of turned into a bit of a utility hero with that. Like, okay, you know what? He's gonna be on a free farm lane, or at least he should be. And he's gonna be having that static link up on the Lifestealer. He's gonna be going for a tanky build just so that he can stay alive and do that. And of course, he can steal a lot of damage. He can deal it out as well, but he is not gonna be your late game carry. But for 3D Max he is, so I'm kind of curious to see how this is gonna go. Lifestealer, or sorry, Leshrac was the last pickup for Fnatic. As we see Lifestealers and Leshracs being combined up a lot lately with that open wounds, giving an option for Leshrac Split Earth. And we're gonna be seeing how that's gonna go. As we're just waiting for everybody to pick up their heroes, so I can also... Oh, wow. Oops. Switch overlays. Let's see who's playing what. We have got a pause coming off from Fnatic, so let's just start with 3D Max. We're gonna have Buller playing the Nature's Prophet. He is gonna be probably on the... well, I'm gonna say the long lane, like the suicide lane, but he'll probably start in the jungle. It's gonna be Hayek playing his Rubik, Hester Joe on the Nyx Assassin as expected. On the mid lane, he's gonna be Noya on the Razor, and Wayo standing in for Bane. By the way, may I just say, just point out for a second, like I said, we have Synderen standing in for Fnatic, right? He's gonna be playing the Leshrac this game, but Synderen has also has been a stand-in for 3D Max for a while, and he might know exactly how 3D Max is thinking, so he could be a big asset to Fnatic, not only for his playing skills, but also for his knowledge on 3D Max. But yeah, Synderen is going to be playing Leshrac, Trixie on his Bounty Hunter, Era going to be playing his Lifestealer, Handy on the bat, and it will be No-Tail playing his Chen. So no real surprises in the heroes late here. The only surprise is the Razor, and I'm really curious to see how this is going to work out if you don't have another carry with it. As I said, No Tidehunter has done it twice. Succeeded twice, and wow, what kind of rod does Hawaii has? By the way, they're smoked up, but you can see that too. Oh, it looks so different in his smoke than it does when, because I've seen this before. It's common, but it looks so different in its smoke than it does on the live version. Like the smoke version looks way cooler actually. Oh, they're gonna find Synderen. There's the telekinesis to start things off with. If they catch him, run, little horsey, run! He actually picked up Split Earth. And here they come.
30 seconds to battle.
But they're not going to be able to go in now. Here's the support. And everybody backs off. Couldn't get anything done. They do place the ward before they go out of the enemy's jungle, but nothing done. Ooh, let's see if we have a different HUD. No, we don't. Damn. But yeah, that was the smoke. Nice attempt.
Begins.
No cigar. Too bad. Haste rune though. That's lucky. And it's gonna be Hayek that's gonna be taking that so he can harass more. Maybe initiate. They're gonna go for an aggressive tri lane still. Now this is interesting because you already have a carry that's not really a normal carry. And then you're also gonna be making him getting less farm unless your aggressive tri lane works out, which is... It's kind of difficult to do because you can't really... Oh, actually, and they've rotated. It's going to be Handy on the bat right on the top lane. That's even worse for 3D Max. They can't really get a gank up on the bat rider. He's got Firefly. It's his escape. And of course there's Disable. Like there's the Nightmare to start things off with, and then you can make sure that you get hit by the max from the plasma field. And you know, the Impale to go through as well. They might be able to pick him up, but it's still, it's gonna be so tough. Bedrider is gonna be playing it very safe. He's there for levels, nothing else. On the bottom lane is gonna, of course, be Trixie. He's gonna be by himself up against that Nature's Prophet. And Trixie's gonna be fine here. He's gonna be getting his levels. Might be able to harass Nature's Prophet a couple of times. He might be even able to get a kill if Hawaii is not careful, but in theory he shouldn't die. We're gonna have the mid lane gonna be going the way of Era. He's gonna be supported by Syndra, and it's just gonna be a dual lane. And No-Tail is actually gonna be going into the enemy jungle, just so that he doesn't have to deal with that aggressive trial lane and the potential gank that comes from them. And a nice block here, by the way, from Hester Joe. If you compare that to the block from Era, but still, open wounds. They're actually gonna go for this and impale upon both though, and that gives him the time to run away. Split Earth. Ah, nice. Not nice that yeah, you know, Syndra, you saw Syndra and he constantly cancelled his stun animation just to force out that Spike Carapace. I mean, it's not that much mana that you make your enemy use, but it's enough. If you do it enough, then it will be yeah, very annoying for Hester Joe to be dealing with. In the meantime, on the top lane, I don't think I'll be standing here around here for long with my camera, because I kind of think that this mid lane is going to be given the first blood. Split Earth still hits. And they're actually going to go for this, and they will be able to get the kill, because also No-Tail coming in with the creep, and it should be one more hit. One more shockwave. Never mind. First blood goes to No-Tail on his chin. Hester Joe being the one to pick it up. And as I said, top lane can't really get anything done. Hani being super safe. He is still level 1, that's one of the downsides, but he knows that as long as he's not getting killed, he is winning this lane, by far. Especially if the rest of his team can actually get ahead on the middle lane with the kills and not lose the bottom lane. Then they're actually getting ahead overall. And Trixie, the only thing that he needs here is also... wow, did they change something with that model? Because it's a common staff, but it looks so shiny. Oh, trouble. Hani, Nightmared. Gonna still be static linked. Goes through the Nightmare. Nice one to have. Is it gonna be enough though? They're gonna have to dive the tower for this if they want to try and get him, but he is gonna be safe. In the meantime, Hester Joe. Does he have himself the bottle, or does he really have that little gold? He really has that little gold. Okay, noted. 3 last hits is all he gets. Era's got 10. No-Tail on the bottom lane picked himself up in Ursa. Kind of giving Hawaii a tough time here also. Just not by trying to do anything, no. Just by... oh, telekinesis. Hani might actually go down here now, and he actually is. There we go. Vayne picking up the kill. Wow, what kind of sound was that? Awkward. But that was a nice kill, and that's Hani. I mean, he was just too far out. Like I said, if he's gonna be safe, he is gonna be staying alive, but apparently not safe enough. Just came out a bit too close, and then you also have a telekinesis to punish that even more, so if you're just slightly out of position, there will be a telekinesis just to drop you down even further into the enemy lines. In the meantime, on the mid lane, Hester Joe has finally got himself 7 last hits. Yay. Almost got himself the bottle. Let's see if he can get that before dying, because he's gonna have a tough time as No-Tail comes around again. Impale's gonna hit, so that's on cooldown right now. Open wounds are gonna latch as well. He still has a Spike Carapace, he's gonna pop it. Syndra is gonna land the stun right after that. Misses actually. Testafate still doing a lot of damage, and there will be a kill. Syndra picking it up. Here comes help though. Telekinesis up on Syndra, drops down. Also stuns up Era. Era still has his rage. We're gonna go for high X. There comes a Split Earth. Bam! Double kill. Going the way of the Shrek. And that is gonna be 3 kills on the board for Fnatic. And Hester Joe still not getting anything extra on this middle lane. Still not having his bottle if he actually still wants to go for that, which I don't think he wants to right now. Maybe still, but it's gonna be taking some time. 12 last hits for Era's 14, and Era of course also being the assist for 3 kills. Nature's Prophet, what you doing there? That was a solo kill. That was just a solo kill with a Shuriken toss and a Janata. Trixie. So they're winning, Fnatic is winning the bottom lane, the long lane solo. They're winning the mid lane, and the top lane is actually gonna be going the way of 3D Max by the looks of it. Not by that much though, and Hani should be able to get away. He still has his Firefly, Flame Break will help out also, and it's gonna be him being safe. So that 3D Max is not losing this top lane, but they're not winning it as hard as they should be to try and make up for the losses that they have on the other 2 lanes. Syndra is gonna be going for a Split Earth, making sure that he is gonna be the one to pick up the haste rune. Not that Hester Joe. Oh, Hester actually had a bottle. Could have put it up in that. Look at that harassment. Just so annoying. Needs himself some tangos, and here comes No-Tail once again with the Hellbear. Wants to go in for the third kill upon Hester Joe. Or maybe just cleaning out a small camp instead. Not too greedy. There's no bottle charges anymore though. Empty bottle. Split earth. Gonna happen. There's no open wounds just yet, but there is an impale. Hester Joe running for his life. Not gonna be happening. It's gonna be going down, and Chen picks up the second kill. Bane's still coming in, but can't really do anything here. He has a nightmare, but what's he gonna nightmare? There's gonna be no follow-up. He couldn't save his teammate's life, so no nightmare for him. Hayek coming in the mid lane right now. And the tri lane is being given up by the looks of it. Noya has got 25 last hits. He is doing best of everybody. But you compare that to the last hits of the rest, and it's actually Trixie, the suicide laner for Fnatic. That is gonna be second highest, which is something that, you know, in theory shouldn't happen. Buller and Hayek rotating bottom. Telekinesis up on the Hellboard. They want to take it down. Just take away Chen's creeps. Maybe force him into the different jungle. Nice deny for No Tail. Thou shall not have my creeps. Okay. It's gonna be a bottle. Empty bottle. He brings himself an empty bottle. Gotta try to see if he gets lucky. Let's see if he gets lucky. Are you gonna get lucky tonight, Era? Nope. Nope. No Tail is though. Oh, is he gonna be saving it for his teammate? Might be. No. Illusion rune going the way of Chen. In the meantime, Noya, he's now like this is tough. Wait a second, Chen is gonna have a tough time also. And Edge Prophet has been bouncing through. They don't have the vision yet. Oh, now they do actually. The ward being there, TP incoming as well. Where's the Sprout? There's the Sprout, but No Tail being ready for that eats himself a tree and gets himself out. No Nightmare to start things off. And in the meantime, it was Lifestealer that got himself a kill with the infest damage on the Hester Joe again. I mean that's the third time, fourth time. Nyx Assassin. Normally I would say something, you know what, as long as he gets his level 6 it's all fine, but dying 4 times is pretty damn painful. 5 stacks, 6 stacks, Noya, trouble for him. A lot of trouble. He's gonna be having the static link, but it doesn't matter. The magic damage will still be so much. Apparently not enough still. Nice job. 70 stacks. And it is actually Honey that goes down. Hester Joe get himself a level 6, saves the day with a mana burn. And the Spike Carapace. There's gonna be a Hawaii that's gonna be giving a track kill away. There we go. Trixie getting a second kill. Second solo kill also. And that was the first track kill. Trixie's gonna be taking that time to, that chance to go rotate and try to go for more kills. As we do have more supports incoming. There's 3 heroes running around in the jungle of 3D Max. If you count Trixie, who's on the bottom lane still. And they're looking for blood. There's 2 supports here as well. TP incoming from the tier 2, tier 1 middle for Noya, who's gonna go for Era. Static Link is still there if he wants to use it. If they want to go for something, where's the Nightmare? They could try to go for something. They're gonna be putting it up on No Tail. No Tail actually getting killed off there. Split Earth still hits on Buller. Buller has to run away from the Chen creeps. Gonna be having a tough time there. Open wounds up on Noya, trying to stop Synderen from killing off his teammate, but no such luck, and his Bane drops. Split Earth gonna hit on Hayek. Hayek gonna be going down. Chen creeps MVP. Boom, you're dead. Double kill while No Tail is not even there. And there's gonna be a TP out for Synderen. While Era is still hanging around there. There is a static link trying to help out. It goes through the rage. It helps out. Chen's creep still helping out as well. 105 stacks. There is no more damage left on Era. Is he now gonna chase? He should be chasing this. He should be... Oh! There's no damage left. There's no damage left. Nyx Assassin picks up the Chen still, by the way. Open wounds, and that's gonna be Trixie coming in from the side, and his Razor that goes down. Now Buller is gonna be having a tough time. He will definitely drop as well. And Chen went down in the mid lane, by the way. That was, of course, a Vendetta helping out. And that's gonna be Hawaii trying to push the tower, trying to get some more momentum. Hey, he's got a different staff. Well, that's a disappointment. He probably had that after the first time that he died, but still. But yeah, big fight for Fnatic and everything going their way, basically. I mean, Chen getting a double kill. Very nice for him to have. He died, of course, and his creeps got that for him. And then he came back and died again to the Vendetta, which was kind of unlucky for him. Probably a bit too much microing with his own creeps, as YO is going to be trying to get himself into safety. This time, Trixie's not giving up, though. One Janata needed, and he does have it. One more hit. Oh, and there he goes. And there comes Hester Joe. There's got to be an Impale. Yes, that's got to be giving a kill. Without division, doesn't matter. The Fate time was not done yet. In the meantime, it's gonna be Noya that's gonna be running away. He's gonna get in a Split Earth in his face. And that's gonna be open wounds as well. Razor has seen the end of the Day of Light. Probably 40 HP. There he goes. That's the Faithful doing the job. Noya getting revenge. As to Joe cannot get himself away with a vendetta, so he's gonna run for his life. Gonna try to juke it instead. There is of course still a stun in 5 seconds from the Centaur. Impale gonna hit up on 2 though. And of course on the creep. So Joe should be able to get away with that one. Nice one for him. There would have been support otherwise too. They're not showing themselves just yet. TP out now. Maybe they can go now. But Era, he's just walking around in the enemy jungle. Feeling happy. He's doing fine on the farm. He is second highest though. He has to oh wait a second. Fly away, Hani. Gonna try to get himself into safety. We'll be able to do that by just flying that way. But yeah, this guy is the highest up on net worth. He has got a lot of solo kills that are track kills. And even trading his own life for that is not too bad with that, of course. And he has just been having a free fun time up against the Nature's Prophet, and he's gonna try to go for it again, double damage rune or not. There is a sentry ward, however, but does it matter is the question. I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters at all. There's gonna be an impale though, and I should be able to get a kill unless Synderen lands a pretty nice stun to make sure Joe doesn't chase. Burst damage not enough. And that's gonna be Synderen picking up a lot of gold from all those Treants that were still hanging around there. Open wounds, Hayak in trouble. Hayak looking to be going down. Trickster, no-tail helping out. It's gonna be Era getting himself a second kill of the game. 1700 gold in his inventory. In the meantime, on the top lane is gonna be Hani that's gonna be having some trouble again. Havayo TPing in with as well, but here comes TP support for Hani, who is still alive on 12 HP and has got a lot of attack damage drained. 168. But Razor's not gonna be putting that to good use. He can't. There's nobody to come in for that. He'll still have to damage that, and Hand of God actually helping out. Just in case. He probably also wanted to heal up his creep. Oh. 5k gold in favor of Fnatic. 5 to 15. I mean, 3D Max, they've been able to pick up some kills on the side, but they're just continuously under pressure. Telekinesis up on Synderen. They can't really go in on that though. Hawaii not being close enough for Sprout actually. Now look at Trixie on the hunt. Level wise, he's also the highest level in the game. If he finds that Bane, look at those levels. Oh, look at this actually. Hani might be in some trouble.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That's the Joe. Want to get some help from his team. Here they come. There goes the Impale. Plasma Field helping out. Hani is gonna drop. Razor gets himself another kill. May I just still point out this is a Razor, not any other carry that can, you know, totally damage or demolish late game like a Phantom Lancer or something like that. Razor needs a pretty decent start. He needs to get ahead of his opponent. So far he's not doing that, even with that kill that he just got. In the meantime, mid lane tower getting pressured. Bottom lane, Trixie finally finding level 4 Bane. TP is gonna come in to help Bane though, and that actually should be the bad news for the Bounty Hunter, with the Nature's Prophet ultimate bouncing through. He went for the easiest kill, didn't get it. Went for harder kills, got it. Tower going down. It's gonna be Hani that's realizing that and flies himself away. He does have a lasso. Maybe you can try to grab Hayek and save him before the rest of his team is there. I mean, you do have of course Synderen and Co running his way, and Hayek is indeed gonna be the target. Sticky Napalm being stolen, I don't think it matters. And who actually needs a lasso if the Split Earth from Synderen just keeps hitting those heroes spot on? I think we've only seen one or two Split Earths that haven't actually hit a hero. And that's without the setup stun, so that's quite nice to see, quite good to see. Been playing that Leshrac very decently. Though he didn't pick up any levels in the Diabolic Edict. So just going pure for that pushing build, or at least pushing it instead of creep wave, counter push I guess, in a way. Lane control. Lightning going through and burst damage. Nightmare for Synderen. Hand of God helping out, but this is gonna be helping out enough. His team comes to help survive. They'll help him save his life though. Hand of God is already on cooldown. Noya taking a lot of damage. He's not gonna be able to pick up Synderen before he TP's out. Hani gonna be trying to run himself away, or maybe help his teammate. No Tail's gonna be able to TP. No, he's not. And the Razor picking up the last hit there. And maybe even with Chance Creeps, maybe those tornadoes might be able to do something, as we still have the Bounty Hunter picking up a kill. Has to Joe going down. That was the Bane from 3D Max that died to the creeps. Hello, Trixie. Hello, Hawaii. Bye, Hawaii, I think. Nice sprout, but, you know, not gonna happen. Era coming in to try and see if he can steal the kill, but he couldn't. I don't think he even got an... nice block. I don't think he even got an assist for that one. But yeah.
Invisibility.
By the way, the Nyx, of course, died in the jungle right about here. With the bounty hunter on his tail. Infested bounty hunter with lifestealer in there. And they're looking to go towards the top lane. It looks like Trixie is still going for a Battle Fury. Something that we don't really see often on bounty hunters, unless they're really doing really well. Normally it's like the aura build going for the drums and for the Vlads and for the Assault Kuras and BKB of course as well. But going for BKB first, Battle Fury, also BF. Going for the Battle Fury as the first item, it kind of says what the state of the game is. It kind of says, you know what? I'm not an offlaner. Oh, bye Hayek. I am a carry. That's what he says. He's got 0 assists, people. He's got 0 assists. All the kills that he's been taking them. Now, of course, you have to remember that sometimes track kills don't get assists. Because you still have the track going off and Trixie doesn't even attack him once and the kill still goes. Syndrin in some trouble. Picked up his level 1 and Edict actually is gonna be in some trouble though. Gonna be landing a split earth, gonna be stunned by himself, and it's gonna be Hawaii that's gonna help take him down. Impale. And the Nature's Prophet picks up his second kill of the game. Picked himself up the Hand of Midas, by the way. Trixie coming in. Who's he gonna go for? Hawaii, of course. He's been really liking to kill off that Nature's Prophet. He's died 5 times, I think, Hawaii, yeah. And I think all 5 were from Trixie. Hand of God going through, Hawaii. I'm just sticking here. Roshan is, by the way, being taken down in the meantime, in case you're wondering why that heal went through. It's to heal the Chen's creeps to take Roshan down. But we're gonna see Hawaii. Oh, nope. I was gonna say, it might be able to TP out, but no, sure can toss was there. Bane gonna deny on the top tower as Roshan is actually gonna be stopped. With the attempt anyway, or, well, paused I should say, because apparently Hasajo was nothing, was just, you know, coming out, getting some free gold, and then going back to the Roche pit. It was all fine. 7,500 gold in favor of Fnatic. Experience graph looking a bit worse for 3 max, going towards the 10k. We do have, I mean, if you look at Fnatic's lineup, right, and you don't know anything about the game itself, as in about how the game is going right now, you see a Leshrac and you see Chen. And then you look at the map and you see that the towers are even, so you would expect a fairly even game. But Fnatic, they've just been finding those kills. They've not really trying to capitalize on those kills by going for towers or anything like that. No, they're just finding those kills, finding those pickoffs, constantly ganking, constantly killing, and not really going for towers. I mean, there's 2 towers down on either side, and one even is denying on the side of 3D Max. So in a way, 3D Max is ahead in towers. Is it gonna matter? We don't know. Nyx Assassin. Gonna look for a target. The Shrek might be in a tough place. Nature's Prophet TPing in at the back of No Tail. No Tail gonna go down. Syndrin. Gonna be going that track going off of Hasajo though. Syndrin is being scouted out though. Telekinesis is gonna help out there. Fate Bolt as well. And that is gonna be Syndrin going down. Ready or not. Splitter still hits up on 2, but it doesn't matter. Tracks off everywhere. But they need some killing potential right now. Oh. That was Chen's creeps. Sentry were being placed down. They want to take down Trixie. Whoa, music. Something epic is about to happen. Here comes Hayek looking for Trixie. It's about to happen. No. Music. You're at the wrong cue. Like, instantly you think that something epic is gonna happen with this Hayek haste rune. May I just remind you that this is a bug in Dota at the moment in every caster gets that. So Villain says, Vigos joined Dota. I mean, are you really expecting something epic right now? But no. Damn. I hope that's still gonna happen at some point, because that would be epic. Ooh, Trixie is infested. Gonna have a track there. It is gonna be a nightmare up on Syndrin. There's the infest. Dust still goes off. Buller Fiend Script up on air. I can't do anything right now. And Buller still is gonna go down. Those Splitter trying to help out. Hits up on Hawaii as well. Hawaii gonna sprout himself, but the Edict damage should still be taking him down. There we go. He indeed drops his Leshrac, gets himself a double kill, and has to run away now from Noya. There's buyback for everybody. Buyback for Trixie. Buyback from Hawaii. Syndrin still going down. Noya's still getting stunned up because Splitter, you know, they hit. And there's gonna be open wounds and a shuriken toss from Trixie who bought back to kill off Noya as well. And that's a dominating streak from the Razor going to waste. The 3rd time that he died. That's gonna be Fnatic marching on. This time they want to take something in return for that. And by the way, of course, at the start of the fight, what was it again? Nature's Prophet went now. Something else went down. Someone else went down somewhere. I think it was something to do with pink, no teal, but I can't remember because my short-term memory sucks. It is gonna be Hawaii. It's gonna be trying to TP out, but it will be a shuriken toss, and that's gonna be. Oh, actually. Grats, Hawaii. Trixie is gonna be the target. Telekinesis dusted up. Is there gonna be anything more? Is there gonna be enough damage? Tower helping out. It's not enough damage though. He is super mega fast. He's got his Battle Fury, by the way. Hand of God helping out also. He's being chased down still. Hester Joe looking for that target. Does he have a gem or something? Nope. Oh, Shadow Walks. They're looking for Hani. In the meantime, TP's in towards the middle lane. Let's be finding that because it looks like those two can't find anybody anymore. Oh. Hawaii decided otherwise and went for a different TP. Maybe they can find a kill up on Era elsewhere. Or maybe they can find a kill up on No Tail. Ooh, let's go for Era. Mana burn as well. He still has a rage, but the telekinesis first. And that is gonna be Era. Probably going down. Did Razor just shrink in size? Looked like it. It's gonna be Rubik that's gonna be going down still. Synderen is gonna be paying for that one though, he gets picked off. It's gonna be Era that's gonna be, oh, it doesn't matter. Lasso up on Noya, can't do anything. Honey gets dropped back from that one though. Buller putting Trixie in a nightmare. Buller is probably gonna go down unless he has a Fiend Script, which he does actually. He just needs to get the vision. There he is, and that is a kill. Nice job for 3D Max. Really though? It feels like he's shrunk. Is it just me? Era might be in some trouble. Jumps himself in and out of the creep. Get himself back up to full HP. I will check the... Maybe it's just me. Probably just me. I will check the chat in a moment if it's just me. Lightning cleans out all the creeps. BKB being built up by Synderen. Let's see what Era has. He has got a Yasha. Maybe we're gonna see a Sanjay Yasha from the lifesteal. We haven't really seen that in a while. It's normally been just Armlet Desolator, you know, boring. But no, Sanjay Yasha is really nice and it gives him such speed, such mobility. Should not be underestimated. In the meantime, we have Hani going for a 4-staff. Most likely No Tail. I was gonna say, because he still doesn't have his mechanism. It's, you know, like Fnatic has been doing really well in these fights, right? They have been just dominating the early game, but it's starting to kind of lag behind. Like they haven't been taking down extra towers, so their supports are not getting their core items up just yet. No Tail doesn't have his mechanism yet at 22 minutes in, and even though that's not bad, it is still something that definitely does count towards the end goal there.
Dire's middle tower.
Let's see if we can find some yeah, we do have the mechanism up on Hawaii. That definitely makes a difference. We have Joe finding himself No Tail. No Tail going down. Actually, kill steal Hawaii. Kill steal. Alert. Tower gonna get pressured. 3 max. They don't need to win a fight to take a tower, and they might actually trade it for that tier 1, which wouldn't be too bad of a trade. Tower goes down. Are they gonna try to defend their tier 2 is the question. A lot of pressure coming off. There's no fortification, and they traded tier 1 for a tier 2. Not a bad trade at all for 3D Max. There's already all tier 1 towers down on the side of Fnatic. So it's actually 1 tower ahead right now for 3D Max. We have the gold grab dropping up again as well. We're going a bit towards that 8k mark. Well, towards the 7k mark, I would say, is already past the 8k mark. What am I talking about? 8k for the experience, though, so I guess I'm right about that one. And then the Dire side, they realize something's happening. I think there's a smoke up for 3D Max. Wards everywhere. We see people just gonna hide in their jungle. And they're gonna be infesting on the Bat Rider. Gonna be waiting until people come out, because this would be, of course, be a perfect time to go for... Oh, Synderen. Oh, is he gonna dive? No. And he actually showed himself. So they know that they're there. And that's going to be marking the safe exit for Hani out of the jungle again. Maybe even to try and take something here with an infest, of course. If you can get Noya by himself, blinking in, lasso, going for Noya, they might be able to take him down. But it would be a risk, especially since that Razor is level 15 and Hani is level 12. Now, Lifestealer is still also level 15, so maybe. But doing that next to your enemy tower is still a risk, because everybody could TP in and Noya could be surviving long enough to actually stay alive through all of that. And he has actually got a Manta style as a first item. Well, after drums, I guess. Blink in, lasso. And there's gonna be an infest coming out. It's gonna be Era trying to take him down, and that is indeed gonna be enough. Tessa Faith coming to help out as well from No Tail, and it's gonna be Era that picks up the kill. He did finish up his Sanjay Yasha. Thank you for the chat for confirming that Razor indeed seemed a bit smaller. Smoke off for 3D Max. They can't do anything to defend their tier 2 right now. But what else can they do? Hand of God to help the creeps keep their HP. No fortification. The Edict just cleaning out the tower so fast. And it's gonna be Trixie that still goes down.
There a bounty on me?
And they kinda need to kill off that guy. Because he's got a gem. Era, that is, Lifestealer. And they're gonna just continue their push. People, your base. Your tier 3 tower. Hello? Knock knock. Someone at your door. Well, free gold for everybody. So whatever I just said about the supports not getting their core items, well, you can scrap that, because with those towers going down, that's all they wanted. Noya, Hawaii is going to be able to TP out just in time. No! Ooh! Split Earth! Hawaii, you're dead! You're dead! Mechanism doesn't save you now. Dominating Era and saved our tier 2 tower. Okay, was a bit different sound, but that's what he makes when he does a plasma field. It's kind of funny. Oh well. Oh well. We're gonna see if 3D Max can fight this back, because it's very tough to do that, like, right? They kind of have to take it from the split pushing, because big on head-on team fights, they're gonna have to deal with, you know, and the Hand of God. And apparently Syndra landing every single split earth that is there, and there's no BKBs yet up on anybody of 3D Max, and as long as there's no BKBs, everybody is gonna be stunned, basically, constantly. Because, yeah, there's also gonna be shuriken tosses. Whoa, wait a second, Roshan, No Tail, dead. Roshan not there yet, but No Tail scouting it out. Lasso though, has to Joe. Up at the high ground with you, back towards Era, but 4-staff forward into the Roche pit will keep him safe. Flame break, not gonna do anything anymore. And that was a nice No Tail kill. Still Hani hanging around there. Trixie gonna find Noya, getting a track up there. Sinrin gonna try to land a stun, pops up his own BKB, which he does have. Gonna stun up Joe, who's already being tracked up. Sinrin, Fiend's Grip, they take him down. But in the meantime, Joe going down on the sideline. Trixie going down there as well. Still though, we do have Era running away for his life as well. He's gonna get sprouted up. Hani gonna be force-staffing him forward into safety. Can he do it more? They kind of, of course, you want to kill off the guy with the gem, but it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be very tough. Open wounds up on Noya. He does have a static link almost off cooldown again. He can try to steal damage from Era again. There's 4 heroes hanging around the tier 2 from Fnatic. And it looks like 3D Max, do they actually still want to keep around here? I don't think so. Tracks going off. It's of course very dangerous. If you're gonna be on the run, if you're gonna be backing off from something, you have to make sure that you do it safely. You have to make sure that everybody gets away safely. And they do that. They don't run away before they know everybody can run away from that. So the only one that they lost was actually Nyx Assassin. And I don't know why. Oh, Danish and Swedish, I guess, or something. I don't know. No? What am I saying? Swedish? Just Danish? I don't know. Do easy target. Apparently No Tail complaining about that he already died 7 times. Well, you know, like I said, he's the only squishy target basically of Fnatic's lineup. Well, Leshrac can count as well, but Leshrac now has a BKB, so, you know, he's not gonna be an easy one to take down. Definitely not. If you look at his net worth, I mean, for a support, he's doing really well for himself. Armlet now still up on Era with the Vlads. We have a BKB being built up by Trixie. After his great early start, he's been kind of sliding down, as in his gold per minute has been a bit lower than it was at the start of the game. I feel like his level of farm. He's been able to, of course, pick off a lot of heroes at the start of the game, and now it is a lot more difficult because 3D Max is way more ready for all that, and that's actually Hawaii picking up an Orchid. So getting that silence up will mean a big deal for his team if he actually gets it up on the right target. And I would actually think the right target would be either a Chen, just so that no Hand of God, Syndrin, so no Split Earth, considering there's no BKBs yet up on 3D Max, or even a Bad Rider, so that he doesn't get a lasso off. Roshan is going to be attempted here by Fnatic though. It's going to be Trixie who's going to be scouting out if someone is trying to take that down. Let's see if 3D Max can try and defend the Roshan, because it's going to be like, it's gonna be tough, especially with the track up on Nick's assassin. And it's gonna be the bounty hunter that's gonna come in from the side actually. No tail is gonna be the first target, gets an impale, lasso on the side, hits the Pambular, is gonna be running over, being dragged away into the Roche pit. Still not gonna be able to say, like, popped a Ghost Scepter inside of the flames of the Bat Rider. That's not good. Noya can't steal any more attack damage, only sold 28, and now actually is gonna be on the run. For sure, Synerin actually, you're gonna get stunned up by that Spike Carapace. Synerin is gonna go down with a track up on him. Rubik with the track, and that is indeed gonna be him going down. Noya still drops, so it is the Bat Rider that picks him up. Bounty Hunter goes down on the side, and here comes Tag Team. They can't find anybody anymore though. Double damage on Era actually halfway through that fight picked up, able to help pick up Noya with that of course, and is still gonna be able to help them with Roshan kill as well. It will be going the way of Fnatic, but there was some big kills up on Fnatic as well. Killing off Trixie, killing off Leshrac, and of course, killing off the Chen again. Actually, no, they didn't kill him off. He just had to walk home. He still has only 7 deaths. Well, only. He still has 7 deaths. Let's put it that way. And the split push from Hawaii also didn't work. He tried to go for a push a bit on the top lane after while the Roshan was going on in the last bit. But he couldn't get anything done there, so it wasn't really helping out all that much. And yeah, I mean, okay, you got yourself a Ghost Scepter, right? It's a great item to have for survivability. Every support should have a Ghost Scepter at some point. If you're up against a Lifestealer, because Lifestealer is the one that you're picking it up against, because if Lifestealer goes on you, you can pop it, and he cannot attack you anymore, and he will choose a different target, or his hope and wounds get wasted, etc. Now the danger is that there is also quite a bit of magical damage up on Fnatic. One of those is the Bat Rider, because if he drags you into his flames, and you have a couple of stacks of sticky napalm on you, you already take quite a bit of damage. And then if you pop your Ghost Scepter and stand in the flames, you die. It is that simple. It is that simple. And that is why he died. Couldn't even get his Fiend's Grip up in the fight, I believe. So it was a bit too far up front. I mean, it's as a Bane, you should always try to stick at the back of the fight. I feel like that you can just grab someone with the Fiend's Grip. Let's see if they can find someone on the top lane, though they have smoked up and they're looking for a way in. But we can see the minimap, and we see that Fnatic is trying to do the same thing, even though they don't require a smoke for that. They feel that like they're safe on the map. They've got the Gem of True side. They know that there's no wards from the Radiant side where they walk past, so they're gonna be just trying to roam around here. Seeing if they can pick someone up, and they find Hawaii there, who is gonna be blinked upon, who's gonna be infested upon, and there is still a silence upon Hani, but I don't think it's gonna matter all that much. It took a long time though. And he actually buys back. He tried to kill off a Honey with just right clicks. You saw it did kittens basically. He didn't do anything. And they're just gonna go onto the bottom lane. In the meantime though, top lane is also gonna get pressured. But pushing power wise, I think Fnatic would actually win that with an Edict helping out. But the fortification is still there, so that definitely helps. Is it gonna be a base race? That would be a bit awkward. We do have Trixie hanging around there, landing some tracks. The bottom lane is still gonna go on. They actually smoke and TP out, even though the melee Rex still go down. Melee Rex here goes down as well, though. Here comes Sinner, landing a split earth up on Hawaii. There's gonna be Leshrac taking a lot of damage, actually, having to run away, already having his BKB used. And it's gonna be 3D Max. It's just gonna go for the barracks instead. Open wounds up on Noya, but nobody is gonna go in on that just yet. They just try to clean out the creeps. That is it. And that is a range Rex going down as well. Now, of course, they lose their own set of Rex right here as well, so it's an even trade in that sense. It might not be that even if Hani can still find someone to kill though, because that's gonna be someone blinking hello track up on the Hasajo was already there, so they knew where he was. He's gonna be getting a Spike Carapace, staying alive for now. Fiend's Grip actually up on Era. Still the Flame Break that kills up Hasajo. Can they take down Era? Look at that! There's just not enough damage. Now there is, because now Noya stole so much damage. Who is he gonna be able to kill with 196 extra attack damage? Is gonna be going on Trixie. Rubik still died by Trixie's hand. There's gonna be no Nightmare that's gonna be coming off of that. Noya can find a new target. Era, he came back up again after, of course, the Aegis gave him the power too. Now open wounds up on Noya. Used his mana to stealth. But it's gonna be Trixie that is gonna be still going down here if he's not careful. Having to run away is only on 150 HP. Mana Break will kill him off. It will be still the Bane that goes down. Where is everybody? Hello, Hawaii. I think you're gonna be going down. Split Earth is gonna be helping out, of course, and that's everybody down on the side of 3D Max. Just because they couldn't back off good enough. As I said earlier, like if you're backing off, you're gonna make sure that everybody backs off. They didn't split up, well, they split up, and of course, Nick's assassin, he bought back actually to the fight, of course, he died first with the last two. And his team came in to help and thinking they could take the fight, but that obviously wasn't the case. In the meantime, though, we're still at the same situation where both teams have lost one set of racks. The gold graph is around 10k. Now I have to say, 3D Max, I mean, we saw how it went, right, at the start of the game. I've been casting a lot of one-sided games over the last couple of days, and I kind of like at the start of the game I'm thinking, okay, you know what, this is one of those, but they're holding on with being a 10k deficit, and they have been on a 10k deficit for how long?
Illusion.
20 minutes, almost 20 minutes, and that is really quite impressive. With a Razor, they do that. By the way, I'm just saying that again, just so people actually realize that. Razor hasn't got a new item for a while though, unless the courier is carrying something, which he is. Hello, Eagle Song, thank you. Gonna go for that butterfly. In the meantime, the Gem of Truth is up on Le Shrek. Is this the same one? Yeah, because Era seemed to have needed some inventory space for the Basher that he now has. He has an Infest again in 9 seconds, might be wanting to jump into Hani again, who now picked up a Rod of Aethos, so more chasing power for him. And a big slow that is. I mean, it's 60%. It's so much. It's so much. Especially if you're going to be up against targets that are pretty annoying to be, like, they need to be mobile. Hesse Joe, he needs to be mobile to get the good positioning off for the nice impales and everything like that. And if you're also going to have a hero on your side that actually needs to get to the targets and, you know, already thrives on extra movement speed or has the Sanji Yasha for extra mobility, you're helping him even more so. So it is quite nice. We do see a smoke up. And the that's so annoying. I mean, the illusions, they scout them out. The illusions scout them out. The illusions have, of course, Gem of True Sight. It doesn't pop the smoke, but it still sees them. Hesse Joe getting tracked up. Hera gonna find him, and that is gonna be bashes and a kill going the way of Fnatic to start things off with. Now Noya in a lot of trouble. Pops his man still trying to run away as Hayek is already on the run as well. Hand of God helping out for Fnatic. But Noya is gonna be killed off there. It's gonna also still be Hayek that gets dropped. And we already have a YO trying to find a safer path, just like Buller. They ran away. And they got away. And let's see what Fnatic is gonna get in return for this one. Tier 2 tower at least. Maybe more. Because there's no buyback up on Razor. We saw him going all in for that Eagle Song.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Edict's helping out.
Radiant's middle
And they're just gonna go for it. By the way, in that fight the courier dropped as well. For the Radiant team. For the Dire team actually. My bad. Oh, TP in. Noya. Gonna be finding Hani. Silencing up Hani. But you shouldn't stand in fire. Fire bad. Fire bad. He does force him away though, but is not able to do anything. Tier 1, Tier 3 going down. No, Hawaii, can he actually do this? He is actually TPing, was TPing there, but forcing Hani away. And can't really do anything. Now has a TP back to base, because in the meantime, the barracks go down. Nightmare's still up on Trixie, so they are able to see him. Sentry Ward going up as well as Telekinesis. He's gonna be sent home soon though. The Fiend's Grip. The Fiend's Grip, yep. Fiend's Grip still held, but doesn't really matter if you can't really reach the target to attack him.
Pull roots and run.
Nice Fiend's Grip, dude. And yeah, the creeps are gonna be dying. He's no tail complaining about not getting any creeps. And of course having his creeps go down. Another Rod of Aethos picked up. This time on the Chen, so 2 rods already up on Fnatic. Massive slows. Massive slows. Making sure that everybody sticks into the fire all the time. And that's by the way a ranged Rex, a melee Rex going down. So it's still pretty painful for that lane, for the mid lane. I was gonna put Fnatic even more in favor if they weren't ready for this fight. They have been getting a bit more extra gold since that I said that they've been keeping it at 10k. But since then they have been maybe able to drop it to 20k, so that's quite the difference. As well as the experience graph also kind of plummeting towards a 25k. In favor of Fnatic, of course, as we have got the BKB ready up on Trixie. Nothing else yet since then though. We'll see, and buybacks are going to be super important for the next coming fight, but we only see that Hawaii has buyback and Hesse Joe. Now those two are of course important heroes. Hawaii probably more so because he can try to split push and force everybody of Fnatic back, but if he loses a team fight, he will not be able to push in time, I feel like, so it's gonna be trouble. But if Hesse Joe buys back, actually that was my point, my bad. If Hesse Joe buys back, then what can he do? Nothing really, because there's a gem on Fnatic. Villet, why are you trying to speak Danish? Jek dit hus wel lusne. I don't know what it means. Someone from the chat, please translate what Village just said in Danish. Hand of God helping out Hani in some trouble. Gonna get picked off there. That's a kill. Can they find more? That's the question. Buyback from the bat. No till running for his life. TPing out. It's gonna be in time. Nope. Nightmare to stop his TP as well as an impale. He's gonna be picked up. That's 2 pickups for Fnatic. Actually, not for Fnatic, of course, well, on Fnatic, and Trixie gonna run himself away. He will be able to be safe. There is, however, a Gem of True set up on Buller, so if they see him, if he's lets himself out of that woods, and he doesn't actually have a TP scroll. Huh. Trouble. But no, they don't know that he's still there, so he's gonna be safe. But that is just 2 pickup for Fnatic, and the buyback instantly means that also 3D Max can't really go in on that, can't really take a fight with that, an extra fight that is, trying to force out a fight. But they are still gonna try, apparently, without a Hand of God. Maybe they can do something. 70 seconds, there's no Aghanims up on the chance still on 40 minutes into the game. The Shrek picked up an Aghanims though. This is one from the Shrek. Look at that. He has almost got the same amount of gold as the carry from the opponent team. Tower still goes down. No deny, and that's the last outer tower standing on the side of Fnatic. Towers are even on the map. Because 1 tier 2 tower still standing here, and of course 1 tier 3 missing here. So towers are indeed even on numbers. Even though I have to say, like, this tier 4 could actually get picked off. Well, the tier 4 of 3D Max is actually quite decent, but that's of course Hawaiio's job. He is split pushing like crazy. He's actually got 5k gold. Curious to see what he's gonna go for that. Oh, hello, hello, careful, Hayek, trouble, Mana Burn, Impale, Trixie, silenced up, pops his BKB, is it gonna be enough? They have the gem, they see him, now Fiend's Grip up on Shrek, and he already got his BKB pop, there goes the open wounds, up on Buller, 1 bash will be all it takes, and actually that's gonna be the Gem of Truth set on the floor, because Buller goes down. Cinderin still on the run, Gem gets picked up by the courier, nice job! Nice job, 3D Max. It is gonna be Era that's still gonna be sucked a lot of damage from him by Noya. And Era, is he gonna go down? Yes, he is. Gem of True set on the floor is gonna be picked up by No Tail, so they all take care of their own gem. It's fine. It is fine. Tracks going off. Does Fnatic want to chase this though? Nature's Prophet still getting picked off. Leshrac doing the works there. That was where he was. Era buys back. Flame break up on Noya, and that's. Did you see how slow he was? Did you see how slow he was? That is, of course, the Athos. And he still gets picked off because of that Athos, giving space for a good flame break. And it's gonna be the Bounty Hunter that picks up that track kill. And of course, Era buying back and pushing back out of lane. He now has an Abyssal Blade, by the way. And in the meantime, also, the mid lane was pushed in. That's what happens. If you have some barracks down on your side of the map, or on your base, and you're gonna be taking a long fight, the first thing that you have to do normally is just make sure that you know your barracks are safe. As Roshan is going to be taken out again by Fnatic by the looks of it. I don't think 3D Max can be fast enough to do anything about it.
Roshan has fallen to the dire.
A just for one, cheese for the other. But it is like you're being forced to defend your base, because if you're leaving too long, your racks will drop, and at some point your I don't know what that says. At some point your tier 4s will die. So Joe picked himself up an ultimate. We're probably going for a sheepstick. They need to get some kind of control for the carry for Fnatic. Not just for lifestealer actually, because Trixie is also being that semi-carry role that's very annoying. And even Honey. I mean, if you can get just a hex up on him, whoever you find, like you want to try to pick off a hero or two before you go into a fight. Basically that goes for both sides right now. Because both sides have the chance to win or lose that team fight. And Razor now actually having his butterfly complete. And I don't think we have an MKB yet. We don't yet, though. Nope. No MKB yet, so he's going to be having his evasion, at least for the next fight. As the push from Fnatic comes in, they only need the top lane to go down still for the melee Rex. But they need to take down the tier 2 first, and that's not going to be defended by 3D Max. They're just going to let that fall. Not worth dying for, and if they lose a fight right here, then it's going to be all over for them. And it's easier to defend their tier 3, so that's what they're going to be doing. Noya has to TP himself back, though, for that, and he will, of course, do that. He'll just make sure that the lane is completely pushed out, so that, like I said, like if the fight lasts long, they're not forced to a different side of their base because the pushing is gonna come in. There is still an infast and a blink though, and that is already Bane getting picked off. It is gonna be Hasajo that's gonna be running away, but it's gonna be killed off. Splitter Earth helping out. Noya coming into the fight, finding death only. And Fnatic, they just walked themselves in and forced that fight up on them, getting tracked by the Rubik, but it doesn't matter. The GG gets cold. Wow. And that was, of course, the wraparound from the Bat Rider. That is the end of the game. Fnatic winning the game still. And that is going to be indeed guaranteeing them the trip to Kiev. By the way, for all those people wondering when the trip to Kiev is, or at least when the offline finals are, it starts at the 4th of April till the 7th of April. So that's in 2 weeks, 3 weeks or so. If you can count 3 weeks. Yeah, we're still gonna have 2 days of online qualifiers though, because it's not yet known. We only know no Thailand Tour and Fnatic that are going through right now. The other 2 spots, and there's only 4 spots in total, so the other 2 spots are divided by 3 people. Actually, there's Virtus Pro, Mousesports, and Empire that still have a chance to go to Kiev. It all depends on the coming 2 days, and better yet, a lot also depends on the last game that's being played for the entire online group stages, which is gonna happen on Monday between Virtus Pro and Mousesports. So make sure you don't miss that one, as I'm sure it's going to be casted out by not just me, but also Beyond Summit and Join Dota. So that's that one. We're going to be jumping ourselves in another match. We're going to see the Russians once again. Rock's Kiss is going to be going up against TCM Gaming. So stick around for that. It's going to be the last match of the day for StarLadder Star Series, day number 30. So tune in then. If you want to support me, by the way, you can go to SheeverGaming.com. Check out the site. It's got everything that you need of in terms of competitive Dota. You get spoiler-free VODs of every game that's been played. You've got all the matches of today and tomorrow, and where to find them, who's casting them, being kept up to date constantly, and we will be seeing another game first, because we're going to jump ourselves out of this game. Stick around, don't go anywhere, another game of Dota coming up.